Hello. Welcome. Still on my 5080, so I'm going to take a look at Witcher 3. Try and play through, try and get through some of the game. Obviously, like last time, I wiped my my saves by accident. Give me 2 seconds. I'm going to just get the sort the overlay. I tell you what I didn't do actually as well. Might have to restart the game real quick. Let me just check the Nvidia app because I don't know if I don't know if I enabled what we can enable from the Nvidia app. So I've got DLSS 4 upscaling, but I don't think I have multi-frame generation for this one. So I'll quickly reboot the game. I've set it to the latest, so we're using DLSS 4 upscaling. Give me 1 second. I'm just going to reboot the game really quick. Bonjour à toi. 5080, yeah. Yeah, I'm still my 5080. I don't know, though. Would people rather I do need to check the 5080 out a little bit, but I also will switch back to the 5090 at some point, because there's still quite a few games that I want to check out. And to be honest, we'll have the 50... Well, I'm going to look at trying to get a 5070 Ti, which I think comes out next week, doesn't it? So if I can get one of those, I'll obviously be checking that out a little bit as well, so... Let's just get into the game real quick. I'll sort the overlay out. I also will sort out... Get latency up on the screen, although we won't have multi-frame generation, but we do have normal DLSS 3 frame generation, so... We can check it out with that. Just make sure the overlay works. Ashigio, hello. Give me your GPU. I'm using it. What am I going to use? Right, there's the overlay. Let's just get into the game, and then I'll run through settings. Make sure to drop a like on the stream as well.
Hendrik was operating incognito in that war-ravaged land. His mission to gather intelligence about Syria.
Golvir, hello. Sorry about cutting you off last night. Maybe everyone did cutting me off. I don't think you did. How are you though? Weren't you in hospital or something? Am I going to check DLSS preset J? By preset J, you just mean DLSS 4, right? Yeah, I've got it forced. Give me 1 second. I just need to get my controller. Because I feel like this game probably wouldn't be a good time on a mouse and keyboard. So if you're just joining, I'm on the 5080, going to be having a look at The Witcher 3. I am at 4K at first. So we've got that here, 3840 by 2160. Frame generation's off. Graphics-wise, ray tracing on. Do currently have DLSS quality, but I'm going to switch that off, so we'll do 4K native. All the other settings I'm going to have maxed out at first, so we've got Hairworks on, light shaft, switch that on. Everything should be maxed, so you can see, yeah, everything's set to Ultra Plus. It's going to be rough like this, I think. From just having a look at the FPS we had on the 5090, I've seen it here, look, 45. So that's fairly brutal. How bad will it get? Maybe hover around about the 40.
How about that?
Which I thought actually it might maybe be a little bit worse, because the 5090 was maybe 50 to 60, wasn't it? So maybe another 15 FPS on top of this. So it's actually, if it hovers around that 40, although it is low, usage fluctuating quite a lot. Still 92%, like 91%. Which, that's probably because I've got reflex on. Let me switch that off and see what the usage looks like. Obviously, once I switch on frame generation, you're going to have that on. But you're seeing, I've switched it off. We're getting 97, 98% usage, so that looks a little bit better.
Greetings.
Greetings to you.
Other villagers all scurried
Now the
off
question
since
will be
they saw
VRAM on this, because I think this game at 4K like this with ray tracing is quite VRAM heavy.
Besides,
At the moment, just over 12.5 gig, but if I play for a little bit, how much is that going to go up? Maybe 14.
tan me hide wouldn't work. My skin's right brittle.
lived here long.
Since I was born. Reckon that'll be more than 70 winters.
Must know the area well.
Not bad.
Listen, I gotta get inside the fortress. Can I do that without going through the front gate?
Ye can. But
Some of
few
the
know
power,
way.
actually, interestingly, GPU power looks a little higher on this compared to what we saw on,
To this
what was it, Silent Hill 2 yesterday.
Maybe I
Saw
could point
280,
you in the right
290, it's about
direction.
325 here. That's the most I've seen so far.
Fine.
More similar to my 48 Super.
Like arguing with the guards.
Years back, when the old lord still ruled Crow's Perch, the blacksmith's boy went missing.
Still fairly efficient though, but obviously it is,
No luck.
FPS wise, isn't
Finally
really
found the boy in the river.
too much better than the 48 Super, really.
Tragic. But how's that supposed to help me?
A few days on, an old woman who served the lord found the boy's cap near the castle well.
So, either he lost it there or he fell in the well.
Clever man.
Roach.
Village folk built a shrine where they found the lad's body, northwest of here. Wait till you find
Diagnosed with
the
multiple
passage
sclerosis as well.
by.
Shrine.
Sorry to hear
Where
that.
is it exactly?
Track that weaves through the village. Follow it to the bridge. Turn right past that. Then go on, straight as piss, till you get to a
He's still in
crossing.
the hospital now.
Turn right again. Then follow that path up a hill. Shrine stands upon it.
Right past the bridge.
I think it'll drop to 30s when you go
I'll
to
find
dense
it.
forests. Probably. I'll have a look. It might maybe be... Well, yeah, 40 here. Probably. It'll be close. Maybe 35. We'll find out. We're going to head towards that way. So, frame time as well does look quite choppy, doesn't it? Game still looks great, though. And I'd have thought, we'll check out in a sec with DLSS quality, but with DLSS 4, shouldn't really need to worry too much about image quality with DLSS quality. Should pretty much mostly look like native, and then you'll sort of gain another 20 FPS on this, be a bit closer to 60. There you go, 35. We're not even... Particularly, I mean, we're getting into a bit more of a forest area here, 34. So yeah, just about right, 32. It's that smoke as well. 31. 29. Oof.
Faster.
And that frame time's looking real rough. So yeah, seeing as low as 29 there. Possibly that'll be the worst, I think. Doesn't seem like it'll go too much worse than that. Maybe near water, but not too bad here.
Come on.
Where have I got to go? Right, if I come in here, we switch ray tracing off. We should hopefully get a pretty considerable increase in FPS. If I just fully switch that off here. There you go. 60, but still dipping under, though. Pretty nuts that even at Ultra Plus. We've got everything else set to Ultra Plus, but it still can't quite maintain 60. You're looking at probably an average of almost bang on 60, really. If in these forest areas, I'm mostly holding 60, it means the other areas outside you might even be a little bit better to 70, seeing 55 there. So, go back to the city, you're probably going to get 65, 70. So overall average with that is probably a little bit better. Explore the area where the boy's body was found.
That's it, Roach.
Everything with ray tracing off, though, power's about the same. If anything, it's a little bit higher here, 340. Hasn't changed our VRAM too much. I'll switch ray tracing back on and check with some DLSS. So go back in here, switch that back on. Switch DLSS to quality. This is DLSS 4. So image quality wise, it should look fine. It does look fine, but still not getting, in this bit, still not quite getting 60.
There's the shrine. Passage must be.
And that frame time still looks concerningly choppy. Find the cave. Now, going to a cave, it's probably going to give us quite a bit of FPS. How do I do the... Okay,
I'm in for a swim.
Oh, can't remember. How do I dive? X. Can't see anything. How do I go up? Surface. Bit dark in here. So yeah, 70 FPS you're seeing here. Definitely going to get higher. I actually completely forget all the controls on this. Ow! Explore the cave and find a way into the castle. Probably got to go on the water again. Have I got a torch? I don't think I have. Is there another way? I think this... That goes back out, right? Yeah, I think so. Oh, there's a way through here. Theo, hello! Oh, maybe there's not a way through here. Get lost. Okay, so I think that's the way I came in, right? That's definitely the way in. So there's nothing under here. I thought maybe there's like another tunnel somewhere. Now, I'll change the settings a little bit more once we get outside again, but there's not too much point doing it inside here. We're going to get quite higher FPS inside this bit. Check out frame generation as well. Oh, there's a way up here, I think. This has got to be the way.
Light. I must be close.
Don't remember doing this mission. Leo, hello. Icy, yo. How could you get hands on 50 series? Just bought it online. Nothing special. Just bought it online when it released.
Attended a few, me and my Annie. Oh, how we danced, how we twirled.
Ooh!
1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Hey!
Enough. I don't care how you do it, but the deliveries must be weekly.
Won't you stay for tea?
No. Besides, you've another guest.
You overpaid? What does that mean? You mean like scalping? No. No, I just paid retail.
Greetings.
News gets around quick.
That it does. When I learned you'd slaughtered my men, I thought to have you captured and hanged.
This is 8K. No, this is 4K.
But then I thought one tough
At the moment, 4K with ray tracing. And actually, we've got DLSS quality on as well.
I'm not a
native 4K was about...
I know who you are.
In this area, we had about
But
40,
since you
but
come
in the
here,
forest,
you've
it
attracted
dipped down to
that
about 30.
bloodbath. I assume you've something important to discuss.
I do.
You can see highs of sort of 70, like you saw in that cave.
One thing. You do well to behave this time. Remember, I've still to decide what to do with you.
Sort of about
Which I shall do.
10 to 15 FPS less than a 5090, I think, roughly. Maybe sometimes as much as almost 20.
Make yourself at home. Hey, where'd I put the bloody vodka?
Did I buy directly from Nvidia? I got the 5090 through the Nvidia website, but it doesn't come from Nvidia, if that makes sense.
Why not?
You can buy it on the website, but it gets provided. It gets sent to you by a place called Scan PC in the UK, which is like a computer parts website.
Bloody hell.
They do all
Who's the
they supply all the
royals
founders
and
editions.
to these days?
Himself and his
And then my 5080 I just got on another website, not through Nvidia. My 5090s are founders, and my 5090. I don't know what did I just say? My 5090s are founders. My 5080s are an MSI Supreme.
Geralt of Rivia. Blobtits call me the Butcher of Blaviken.
I said already, I know who you are. Truth be told, it's the only reason we're talking. How do you like it here in Velen?
Because yeah, you basically you go to the Nvidia website, but it redirects you to another website.
I don't. Swamps, bogs, marshes everywhere.
Like Nvidia don't actually supply any of it.
Someone loses their way around here, he becomes damn hard.
This performance makes no sense for the hardware. How do you
What are you
mean?
getting at?
4K ray
Many
tracing.
have lost loved ones here.
It's about
Some their
right.
wives, others their daughters.
4K native with ray tracing, the 5080 is doing like 40 to 50 FPS at best. With path tracing, it's like 30. Even less than that. It'd be like 25, 30. So it's about
Get
right.
to the point already.
City. That's why you've come.
5090 at native 4K like this with ray tracing is only really about 70.
She showed up sometime
In
ago.
this scene here, like I say, it's probably 70 to 80 on a 5090
And
with these exact
stinking like a
settings.
soaked hound after a hard hunt.
It's only slightly. This is only slightly better than the 4080, really. Yeah, I'm not sure what you mean. We have not been able to do 4K native with ray tracing on any 80 series card above like 30 FPS. $4080 was about 25 doing this. Would it be with DLSS quality about 40, probably 45? I remember this mission.
Close. I must leave this place.
So we can switch on, let's have a look at frame generation on as well. We should see some pretty significant FPS increase with that on. There we go. 80 to 90, so that's a little bit better. We don't have multi-frame generation. So we're not going to see the 2 to 300. It's not supported in this game. Maybe I see it wrong. I thought this was with DLSS. It is, yeah. Yeah. Native 4K, it'll average about 30 to 40, 45 depending on where you are. DLSS quality give you another 20 FPS on top of that. So the 60 FPS was with DLSS
You
quality.
can calm down. Hello there.
Water looks a little weird there with frame generation on.
Are you?
Yes. Though also just a little.
Does that mean...
See what the latency as well. Latency is in the top right. You should be able to see that.
Not yet.
We've got render latency of 24, 23. PC latency is about 50.
This
Not too bad when we've seen upwards of like 80 to 90 in something like Cyberpunk with similar settings.
How did you wind up here?
My father brought me. Told me to follow the trail of treats and eat my fill. He said he would wait.
Joel Chum, hello. What have we been up to? Not much really.
Then I saw a butterfly.
Trying to clear out loads of just old stuff.
And I lost my way.
I think I'm going to try and move soon.
You and your father. When did you leave home?
This morning.
How about you?
And did the
Also
sun
just
warm
watching
your
the
face
football a little
or
bit.
back?
It warmed my back.
So we must go east. Come, I'll walk you home. And explain to your parents that they must not lose their children in the woods.
We can't go home because of the Wolf King and his pack.
See what I've got on my back?
What does the latency tell us?
Wolves
Well, like
here.
PC latency is essentially telling you the delay between
I'll help you up.
when you input. So obviously that's why people call it input lags, because it's like the delay between when you do something with the input, so like when I click, to like when it happens, to like when it's actually there's a response to it. So obviously the higher the latency, the slower the rate at which your input is registered and like given back to you. So it's just the 50 milliseconds is the gap between what I do and what actually happens when it's like rendered. So obviously when the latency is really bad in something like Cyberpunk, when I'm driving the car and I'm telling it to go left, I can feel there's like a delay in which it actually goes left. So I press it and then there's a delay and then it goes left. So here, averaging 93. As I thought, VRAM is going to creep up a little bit with frame generation, seeing almost 14. So far with the 16, we haven't fully maxed that, but it's definitely getting close, considering this is an older game as well, although it is the next-gen update, so it does have ray tracing and Ultra Plus, but that's not particularly great to see on, a brand new game. If you're trying to do this on a brand new game with ray tracing, it's almost definitely not going to happen. I mean, it'll play, but you're going to have probably issues with the VRAM. The big game that's going to be a huge test is Last of Us 2 Remastered, because that first one when it came out was an absolute... That was crashing continually because of VRAM, wasn't it? Not enough VRAM on GPUs. That's almost definitely going to cause... If you try and do it at 4K at least, that's almost definitely going to be a problem. Same as Monster Hunter. On this GPU, if you do that at 4K, it's going to... Try and check that out. I think it comes out, was it end of the month? That's almost definitely going to be a problem. That was using 25 gig on my 5090.
Lips parted.
Am I still using a 4900K or 9800X 3D? I've got a 4900K still, but it's in my other PC. I've got two PCs, 9800X 3D, which is my main gaming one, and then my second PC, which I'm using for the stream right now. But I've got a bit of a mismatch. I've got a 4900K and a 4060.
Threw him against the tree.
But it's only a 4060 because I've got a tiny little fractal case, mini ITX, so
And look away.
I can only really fit a 40. Probably could get a 4070 in there, maybe, depending on the model.
Marrow's missing. Interesting.
Might maybe eventually upgrade it to like one of the like 5060 or 5070 or something, depending on the size.
Everything seems to suggest a fiend.
What happened to him?
He had a fall.
I bet.
Single player, yeah, single player games mostly is fine.
When did children
Even
get
with
so
multi-frame generation, I have no need to have 300 FPS, but
Good question.
from when I've played it in single player, honestly, it's really not going to make too much difference, and it's not affecting your
Oil. You mean like we
the
need
actual
from
core
racing?
nature of the game either. Where obviously, if you're trying to
Far more
play
special
like a
oil.
competitive multiplayer shooter, you don't really want that sort of latency, but
Wolf's liver, and mistletoe. The fiend will feel terrible.
You're going to be you're going to lower graphic settings or something before, at least from my point of view. In a shooter, I'd always rather lower graphics than
Not my
put
father.
frame generation on.
My uncle. Uncle Vesemir.
Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 is also more than 16 gig of VRAM, is it? I did play it. I played it at the 5090. I admit, I can't actually remember what the VRAM was. I thought it was mostly okay. But I didn't admittedly play... I probably played, what, like 2-3 hours? There's probably areas where it definitely creeps up. Why is she running like that? Let's, should we maybe drop just the DLSS preset down a little bit as well? Just to check DLSS 4 out. It should still look pretty good. I'll put it on performance. Should hopefully be over 100 with that. Just about. So mostly I think with the 5080 it's not... There's not really too much benefit to upgrade if you're, say, already on like a 4080 or something. Kind of less worth it. Almost as similar to if you're on a 4090, there's less worth it to upgrade really to a 50. But whereas if you're, you know, upgrading from something lower, then you're going to definitely see a much more of a benefit. And I do think the efficiency is fairly decent on this, power-wise. It does slightly better than the 4080, but it does it mostly using slightly less power. So I guess that's sort of one positive.
Do parents often send their children out to follow the sweets?
Probably the only positive.
Sometimes they go themselves.
And price as well, because the 4080 was probably cost more, didn't it, day one? I think retail than the 5080 does, so you're getting it at a little bit better value compared to previous, but that I think is only worth it if you're, like I say, upgrading from something sort of on the lower end, upgrading to this thing. It's a bit more worth it, but this game does have frame generation. I do have it on right now. Yeah, it's not multi-frame generation though. It's not multi-frame generation of DLSS 4. Doesn't support that. It's just DLSS 3 frame gen. So as you can see, multi-frame generation here would probably have about 300 FPS.
It's a bit dark.
Afraid?
Are you?
No.
Then I'm not either.
Will the video be available on the channel with recommended settings from Nvidia? For a specific game or just global? To be honest, I don't really play around too much with Nvidia control panel settings. I think the only two things I do normally is... One thing, actually. I think I only ever make sure that power... Is it... I forget this setting. Power management mode? I just make sure that's on ultra... I forget what it is, to be honest. Maximum performance, I think. I think that's the only... I don't really change anything else outside of that. Maybe occasionally DLSS or DSR sometimes, but that's... I mean, I could run through that, maybe.
You really give him a drubbing. Never seen anything like it.
Girl, you can come out now.
But aside from that, I don't really change anything, unless you had something specific that you wanted me to look at.
You have bandages at home? Some spirit? You laid a claw or two on me, unfortunately.
I've not, miss, but my lord, he's a powerful man. He's sure to help you. Might even reward you for cutting the werewolf down.
Very well.
What's this guy doing down here?
Just who do you think you brought me, man? That's not me daughter.
And the little one?
Oh, Man City
Neither,
back.
damn it. I think
No.
I know my own
What was the
style.
score in the end?
Well,
I saw it was
might
3-0.
not be yours, the older one, but you've got to admit a likeness. That's downright
4-0.
striking.
I mean, it's quite a big result against Newcastle, but I mean, they're just too far behind in the table. They'll get top 4, but
Get out before I set my hounds on you.
they're what? They're 9 points behind Arsenal. Like, I don't think. I think that's. I mean, I don't know. To be fair, seen Man City go on some pretty crazy runs in the past, but I think that's too much of a gap.
Thank you. I'd not eaten in.
Clear to see. I'm pleased you like it. Had them prepare a bath for you once you've eaten, and you could do with some sleep. Gretka in the nook behind the hearth. You in the guest room opposite the kitchen.
Thank you.
Eat now. We'll speak once you've rested.
What setting shall I try next? Should I maybe drop to 1440p and try it at
So I ordered
native?
my men to watch
Should
you,
hopefully get
left
60
her to
with that.
rest.
And
A topic for another time.
take it you won't give me this information for free.
Sharp you are. I regret your loss. Commiserate. But you see, it so happens my wife and daughter are missing as well. I propose an exchange. Find
Look at this
my
low
voice,
here. I'm going to reset
and I
those
shall
lows.
tell you about the
Looks,
girl
frame
you
time does look better than at
Oh.
native. At native it looked horrendous.
What if I refuse? Because I just don't want to.
Would you tell me to sod off? Go ahead.
System crashes in
Then I'll
Spider-Man
tell you the
2.
same.
Did I get the same
And
issue?
what'll that make us? Two helpless,
Did it
empty-handed
crash?
sods. Think of it as searching for your
I haven't
own
really
daughter.
played. I played it on the 4080 Super
Then.
When do you see them last?
on day
Vanished
1, and I
after the
think
new
it
moon,
did
as if
crash.
whisked away by
But it's been
shadows.
patched since then, hasn't it? I played it the other day and it didn't crash.
Precisely that. I awoke one morn to find them gone.
I think it only crashed for me once though. In like 3 or 4 hours, it crashed once. I think.
I'll need to know a lot more than that. Can I see their rooms?
What for?
I need clues.
Not since the
Anything
patch
to
though. I
latch
thought
onto.
maybe that had been fixed.
I'll not let a stranger pour through their belongings.
Want me to find them or not?
I do.
Then let me work.
Fine. But I shall go with you. The doors are locked.
Okay, I do still think this game graphically looks actually really nice. Definitely going to be interesting seeing
When she was a babe,
the next
my
Witcher
daughter
game. I
loved
should imagine the
animals.
graphics look pretty
Saw a
good.
deer trophy on
Well, they
her
will
wall.
look pretty good.
Do you know what she asked?
Haven't got a clue.
Papa, is that deer's wump on the other side of the wall? You see it there?
Incense. And an old key.
Follow the Baron. I, for some reason, remember the mission where this whole place is on fire, isn't it?
Venice. Sandalwood.
Here
And
it
something
is.
else.
Damn it!
Saffron.
Jammed again.
Everyone is injured.
Tamara's room is there.
For United,
Try not to make a mess. For their
big game
return,
tomorrow, isn't it? I might
everything to
try and
be as
watch
they
that.
left it.
Maybe no stream. Well, I can watch that game.
Fresh flowers. He expects them to return any minute.
Watch
Takes
Tottenham absolutely ruin Man United.
Fresh flowers. He expects them to return any minute. Takes hope.
Right, I remember getting stuck on this mission.
Walls a different color. Something used to hang here.
When we get out this mission, I'll switch to 1440p.
Right size.
Water, we could do with that. What else have I got to do? Anything else? Red? Don't see anything else. Oh, something here, something here.
Wooden candlestick. Stem's broken.
Yeah, I mean, the Spider-Man 2 patch the other day, it did look a little better than when I first played it. I will probably try it on a proper
bear
stream
and
of the
his wife.
5080 as well.
Look
Try and
happy
complete
enough.
it. What Premier League team do I
What's
support?
this?
Tottenham.
Gotta wonder who
How
wanted
about
to
you?
hide the hole. And what's on the other side? It gets interesting. Piece of wood looks like the stem of that candlestick. No coincidence there. Fight might have happened here. Ought to look for clues.
Really looking forward to Assassin's Creed Shadow game. Yeah, I'm actually looking forward to it as well. I know it's getting a lot of hate. I should, I get the game early. I get Ubisoft games early.
Rest of the candlestick and wine
So
stains.
I'll try and find out. I don't know. I don't think they've released yet what the normally they send you a code or whatever.
Wonder where
But they give you all this, you know, embargo stuff where you can't do anything. You can record stuff, but then you can't publish it. But I'll find out what the date is, because they'll probably let me like play it early as well, like stream it. I can probably stream it early.
Damn, trail breaks off. Spruce wood. Could find something else. Juniper incense.
And we'll see what it's like, you know.
Folk talisman, protective. Question is, against what?
I kind of like the theme. I do feel like though the theme, they should have done the that sort of samurai theme. I feel like they should have done a game like that, but is it too late? I feel like they should have done that a while ago. I'm not sure it'll hit the same way, you know. What's in here then?
An altar. So, the eternal fires made it to Velen. An altar. So, the eternal
Alright,
fires
get me out
made
of
it to Velen.
So yeah, DLSS performance here. Like I was saying, DLSS 4. You wouldn't honestly know. I wouldn't know that performance was on here. Looks fine.
Rubble everywhere.
Looks like DLSS quality. Seeing VRAM actually creep up, still creeping up a little bit, 14.5. Do worry, maybe at native here, you might see 15, maybe slightly over.
Found signs of a fight in the room. Know anything about that?
A fight? What are you talking
I can
about?
get 5070 Ti
Someone was
already. How's
attacked.
that? It's not out yet, is
Probably
it?
Your wife or daughter. Whoever it was tried to defend themselves with a candlestick. Missed the attacker. Punctured the wall instead. They tussled too.
First time Assassin's
I
Creed,
don't
it'll
have
have
a
ray
feeling
tracing.
about
Oh,
this.
okay.
That
could be
night,
cool then. That'd be
I
cool
was
to
drunk.
test.
Don't remember a thing. They were gone by
How
the
it does
time
in
I
the...
woke
What
up.
engine is
Doubt
it?
they were the only ones in the castle.
Is it the engine that Ubisoft
your man
always...
heard something?
Is it Anvil?
3
Is that the engine?
times I asked those bastards if they'd seen anything, heard anything.
Or am I thinking of something
Not
else?
one of them.
I thought that engine was quite good. Graphically, I always thought it looked quite good.
Whole landing smells of wine.
Is that the same one
About that?
One of the lads must be.
Avatar is? No, that's Snowdrop, isn't it?
Give your men
I
their
forget.
clues.
Oh, damn it. I might have spilled it. I told you I was good and mad.
Got a
about
feeling
it.
Assassin's Creed's Anvil, but I could be
What's the
completely
matter?
wrong.
Stench of wine in plenty of corn around the castle.
Shrinking the role. Yeah, I do wonder why the game got delayed so
Recognize
much.
this amulet?
How much have they changed?
Yes. Anna began wearing it a time ago.
Any idea where she got it?
None.
Any witches or cunning women in the area?
A Pella. Old Coot lives near Blackbow. And there's a cunning woman in Midcops, but I know little about her. She's only recently arrived. If Anna were to see someone, she'd choose the Pella, not the woman.
Same as Valhalla engine. Was that Anvil, though?
Newcomers.
I'm going to Google it.
Ought to have a chat with this Peller.
Fair warning, he's a hard man to talk to. Rumour has it he killed his own father with an axe as a lad, then went batty. Now they say...
Oh, it is. I was right. Anvil.
Not really interested in his hobbies. Just
Anvil
ask about the
next. Anvil 2.0. I think the new one seems like it's maybe on Anvil next 2.0, whatever the... Division, yeah. I wonder if the new Division, I guess the new one will be on Snowdrop. How do we get out of here? Right, once we get outside, we'll switch to 1440p and see what it can do. You'll have to bear me 2 seconds because it will, I think if I remember, make the stream go funny. And I'll have to play in windowed mode, I think. So I'll go back to native. Just give me 2 seconds. It might go funny for a bit. I'll go 1440p. That'll make the stream go funny, but if I then go windowed mode, it should work. If I can actually see the settings. Was it windowed? I think it was that. Yes. Okay, so that fixes it. So you can see it. It's a little smaller for me, but we can... I'll bear with that. So I've switched it down to 1440p. Let's just run through the settings really, really quick. Come in here. You can see 2560 by 1440. It's native 1440p, so no DLSS or frame generation. Ray tracing, still got that maxed. Got TAAU, anti-aliasing, and then all the other graphics settings. We've got Hairworks on and everything set to Ultra Plus. So this will definitely be a decent-ish test. I've always said, I think, for this GPU 80 class, if you want to play with ray tracing, it really is aimed more at 1440p, and you're seeing that here, 70 FPS, 71. It's going to be much more suitable, I think, for that. Definitely can do it at 4K in some games, but it really depends. Game has to be a little bit older. I think this game's, although it's old, this is obviously the updated next-gen version, so I think graphically it's still quite demanding.
On a lot of you.
But if you also want to use DLSS and stuff, then for sure you can do it still at 4K. Native for 1440p.
Folk don't object to your white mug.
Yeah.
Would expect FPS to probably drop a little bit. I can check that quick, actually. Can I jump that? Oh yes, look at that. I'll grab my horse quick, ride around the forest, because we know it's probably going to drop, isn't it? But by how much? Probably... Oh, I mean, already seeing under 60. That's not good. It's almost definitely going to drop under 60. Whereabouts was it we were before? It's around about here, wasn't it? Yeah, it's in that here, 58. So even at 1440p, still drops under 60, 55. Not going to be as bad as 4K, obviously, but...
Come on, Roach.
Overall average will be over 60. I think the lows as well, although quite a big stutter there. Still does stutter quite a bit, but I think the overall frame time does look a bit better than 4K.
Giddy up.
Less choppy. And interestingly, power actually isn't that much different to 4K. Still at 300, so maybe 20 to 30 watts less. Still quite high. If you're okay with 40 FPS. To be honest, I think, you know, if the game has DLSS 4,
Come on.
I really don't see any issue with... You can do 4K with ray tracing and just put DLSS quality on, or even balance, because you're really not going to notice the difference quality-wise. If you didn't know it was on, you wouldn't be able to tell. And then that's going to give you the 60. With balanced on it, it'll give you closer to 70, 60 to 70. I would personally probably play something like that. Obviously, I do have a 4K screen, so... When I play single-player games, I do normally try and just play at that, just because that is the res I have. Now, without DLSS 4, I think there's... Balance still doesn't look too bad, but you definitely won't obviously have the quality that you have with DLSS 4. Because you can realistically, on DLSS 4, go down to performance and not really notice too much quality difference. I don't even know if I'm going the right way here. I'm just following this line. Here we go.
Move it.
I'm going to get in a fight here, probably. What do I think of the incoming 9070 XT? I haven't really looked. Have they released benchmarks and stuff for it? We're still a bit of a way off, aren't we? I don't think it's till end of March. So I don't know. It might be too early yet.
Maybe we can make a deal.
Or pricing. I think I saw a couple of rumoured pricing, but I didn't really pay too much attention because I still think it's too far off. There's not actually an official announcement, is there? On like custom cards and stuff, how much? Leave or die.
Get the hell out. Now.
And here I thought we'd have a day without corpses. Majors pay top coin.
Do I enjoy HDR when you're not streaming? No, HDR looks terrible on my monitor. It's really bad. So I have it off. I have it fully switched off in Windows. It makes games look really bad. So I never have that on. Damn it. Oh, it's these archers. I actually forget how to block on this. Is it RB or is it L? No, what is block on this? Oh, it's L. It's L2. Oh.
Gotta wonder about a man who could get Edric's friends all worked up.
That was a pretty good finishing move, wasn't it? In Blender, I don't really know how this does in Blender.
Open up, it's safe now.
So is this card better than 40 for Blend? No, probably. I mean, the 4090, you need lots of VRAM, right? For Blender, like more VRAM is better. So the 4090 is still probably going to be better to have that. But then, like I say, I don't really know like a ton about Blender. I just know it's handy to have a lot of VRAM for it, isn't it?
Recognize this? Made of spruce wood, strong smell of juniper, designed to protect someone.
Freshly cut spruce sprinkled with goat's blood, then tempered with
83,000 euros in Canada. Sheesh! How much is the 5090? What the hell?
So, designed to protect her. From what?
It's because you got to... You know why it costs that much? It's because half of that is shipping, right? Because to get it out to someone who lives in the middle of nowhere in Canada, you got to fight bears and all sorts.
More specific.
So, you got to pay more, you know?
A small protective charm.
That poor UPS... I mean, I don't know what parcel services you have there. UPS?
Anna and her daughter.
Poor UPS drivers got to...
No. Pella don't know.
Fight bears and stuff to get it to you, you know?
But the spirits could know. The Pella will augur, the spirits ask.
Spirits. Great. Fine with me.
Probably have the... What parcel services you have in Canada? It's probably similar to here, right? If DHL and stuff?
Princess. None better than
FedEx.
Princess for finding things.
Probably all the same as here, right?
Princess. Which princess?
Princess. My goat. She's fled.
I'm playing at 4K. How's the 5080? Is amazing GPU to upgrade from a 4070. Well, I assume if you're on a 4070, you're probably playing at 1440p, right?
Won't work.
I mean, you'd obviously see some benefit there upgrading to a 5080, but
I bring the goat back.
if you're at 1440p, personally, I'd probably aim for more like a 5070 Ti or something. Like if you were going to change, just because. The 5080 is a lot of money. Although the 5070 Ti would be a lot, but it'll be fine for 1440p as well.
Yeah, treacherous as beasts go. I always keep an eye out for them.
And just save yourself some money. So yeah, average here 61. This is 1440p at the moment. But ray tracing on, so I could come into here and have a look with ray tracing off. That should give us quite a bit more. Switch that off there. seeing it there. So it's a good sort of 30 FPS with ray tracing there. It's quite a big difference in FPS. Maybe even a little more. Maybe like 30 to 35, which is quite a lot of FPS. What's the mission here? Find the goat. Oh, I keep pressing the wrong button. How do I do this light thing? It's over here. How do I get the bell out? Anyone know what the bind is on that? Oh, here. How funny does that look? Look.
There you are.
That looks funny.
Come on, let's go see the Beller. Should have guessed.
You know,
as much.
nowhere near 750. Yeah, there's no founders for the 5070 Ti either, is there? I don't think there is. Ring the goat. Is he not gonna? Is he gonna? Do I have to ring this?
Come on, damn it.
I do have to ring this. What a mission this is.
Do I really have to keep ringing this bell for you to follow? Come on, take you back to the Peller. Misses you something awful.
Local storage told you 5070 non-TI 930.
Where the hell did you go?
It's because I think the prices could be quite high because there is no founders, so it's just all going to be custom. Oh no, wait, is that 5070? Is there a founders of that? I know there's definitely, I don't think, TI founders, but... Ow. I tell you what I need to do. I need to quick slot some health. How do I do that? This music. There we go. Here we go. Can I do... Have I got any potions and stuff? Are any of these health? I don't think they are. Ow! Oh my god! That was so quick! I gotta just finish him. There we go. Is this preset J or K? It'd be J. I got DLSS 4 from the Nvidia app. Which, on latest, I believe is J, isn't it?
Do I really have to keep ringing this bell for you to
Wait,
follow?
what way is it? Still looks pretty good without ray tracing, to be honest. I think it's more the lighting here. I don't feel like this kind of daytime you really notice too much.
You're no roach, but I bet we could be friends in time. You've got that all-important quality every roach has to have. You don't talk much.
Nowhere in sight, nowhere to be found.
It's right
Not
there.
Even a white wolf can make up for a missing goat.
I've got it.
Princess, flee not from the Peller, for there are wolves about. Goat of mine, dearest, sweetest goat.
I think the latest is K, as it doesn't even show up in the list. I don't know, because I'm doing it from the Nvidia app, and it doesn't show... It doesn't list presets like that in the Nvidia app. like naming J and K and that, it just goes latest. You have what is two options, like latest or what's the other one? Is it just whatever the, is it global?
Happy for you, but I'm kinda in a hurry. Anna and Tamara, they might be in danger.
The White Wolf helped the Peller.
I always go latest because I know that's DLSS 4, so...
Blood. We need blood. A living being.
Fine. Be right back.
I know when I was forcing it... When I was using, what is it, Nvidia Inspector, whatever it's called. It was preset J, wasn't it? Do me a favour, guys, make sure to drop a like on the stream if you haven't already. See if we can try and get this stream to 100 likes by the end of the stream. Currently at 44, so almost halfway there. Helps me out big time. Also, consider subscribing as well if you're not already. Heading towards 100k. Whew. How long is that going to take? It's probably like another 5 years. We'll get there though. And then after that, 1 mil. If I get 1 million subscribers, I'll buy Treble Champ a beer. When I'm next in London. And maybe a shot as well. It lists all the letter presets for you through the app. Oh, right. Is it on... what setting is it, though, in terms of, like, are you on, like, super resolution, or... Do you know what I mean?
Mentioned a child.
Which setting in the Nvidia app are you clicking on?
Anna was pregnant?
She was.
Because I can have a quick look here. But I've got the latest drivers. I can't actually see it over my screen. That's a problem. I can move my window, though.
Baron didn't mention it.
Afraid, perhaps?
Sorry, I'm trying to look at it. I'm going to have to put it over to the other screen. I can't see because of my window.
Or ashamed, or forgetful? Or
I think you can see half of it. Hang on. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, there's so many settings in there. If I click on... I'm assuming you're talking about DLSS override, but if I click on that... Oh, okay, no, I got you. Yeah, no, I think I see where you're doing it. There's no K, though. I have no K option. At the moment, it's on the latest for me. Default latest. But there's no K. I've got A, B, C, D, E, F, J. That's it. Could check another game as well, just to make sure I'm not just missing something. Yes, you have to apply latest. Then once you've done that, you can go onto it, can't you? Just bear me a sec. I'm missing some games in my Nvidia app for some reason. Where's Stalker? Is it here? I know that's definitely got it. Do I apply that there? K is the latest, which is why I believe it isn't let. Oh, I see what you mean. I got you. Yeah, sorry, I'm misunderstanding. Yeah, I've got it on latest then, so that is K.
The Baron have anything to do with his wife's miscarriage?
Foul-tempered he is, and he's a fondness for hooch.
No doubt makes his temper even fouler. Did he abuse his family?
Is he talking to Asmongold? Who? Bill Gates? Oh, B. Gill.
So what?
You talking about me?
She's a wise beast. Only comes to those.
Talking about me, Mush?
What happened?
What monitoring software? MSI Afterburner.
Rite or ceremony, it awoke. Now it wanders. It seeks vengeance.
A botchling.
White Wolf, Wise Wolf. Catch the botchling. The botchling will help. Lead the wolf to the loved ones.
Model presets. Yeah, no, sorry, I misunderstood, because for me, I normally just leave it on default, which is latest, which then is K.
If the white wolf can't lift
I sort of...
you should bring me its blood.
I have seen those presets before like that. I sort of forgot, though, you could go into models presets. I normally just leave it on default, which is latest.
Whatever I do, I gotta find the botchling first.
Seek it at midnight, near the grave that lies empty.
If what you say is true,
I trust the app will give me the best, most recent situation, you know. So, 1440p. Let's switch ray tracing back on and check it out with some DLSS. Hopefully that'll also still be over 60. If I go back in here, ray tracing back on, check it out with DLSS quality first. Zaddy, hello. This on native res. That just there was on native res, yeah. But I've now got it on DLSS quality. It was native 1440p. With ray tracing in this area, it's about 60, pretty much 60, 65. With ray tracing maxed. Without ray tracing, we gained about 30, 35, so it's a bit more closer to sort of 90, 95, almost 100 in some bits. This right now is 1440p with ray tracing, but I've got DLSS quality on.
He gets angry, and he's always drinking. Maybe I'll spot Hannah.
So, looking actually a bit better than I thought. I thought we'd maybe be a bit more 60 to 70. Seems more like 80 to 90. Just a little bit better, so... Can target slightly higher FPS if you want to put DLSS quality on. And like I was saying earlier, I don't really mind using DLSS quality or DLSS 4 because there really isn't much difference between this and native. If anything, I think it benefits from the anti-aliasing a little bit at 1440p. Still looks fine. Still looks good for me.
Blasphemers, dark blood, should all be flogged like
What's that woman chatting?
lightning strike.
All right. Who else is racing?
CPU temperatures. Yeah, no, the temps are very good. I mean, this compared to my Founders Edition 5090 is like 20 to 30 degrees cooler. But this is an MSI Supreme and it's absolutely huge in comparison to my Founders. And it uses way less power, so both of those things together, you would hope your temperatures would be better. Which, in this game, I'd be at like 70 to 75 degrees on my Founders 5090. Where I'm at 49 here. Really comes down to power a lot, you know, because obviously on the 5090 I'd be doing probably 500 watts here, double, almost double. You know, so naturally your temperatures would be higher, and then add in the cooling is better on this GPU as well. Both those things together is going to be a pretty big difference. And surprisingly, I mean, VRAM's been fine on this game as well, actually. Not had any issues with that 16 yet. Do you think maybe on Cyberpunk it could become a problem? 1,500 in Romania? Are you in Romania? Whereabouts? I've been to 3 places. I've been to Bucharest, I've been to Brasov, I've been to Dracula's Castle, which is near Brasov.
Nobody willing to put it out?
Ain't that simple.
And I've also, actually, where else did I go in Romania? I've been somewhere else, hang on.
My brother's in the stable. We've got to save him. He'll burn alive.
Constanta. I've been to Constanta as well.
See what I can do.
Hurry now, quick!
Looks like rain.
Completely bomb. You, where do I know you from, eh?
It's 1440p native ray tracing. No, 1440p with ray tracing, but DLSS quality's on.
Pale as a ghost, you are.
What installation you did? Horizontal or vertical?
You beat her to a pulp.
What the fuck are you
What does
suggesting?
Don't play me for a fool.
Oh, you mean on the GPU?
Finally, they'd had enough and fled.
For some reason, I thought you meant the game. I was like, I'm trying to decode what that means. Did I install the game vertically or horizontally? I was like, what does that mean? You mean the GPU, right? I assume you mean the GPU. Horizontal, just normal. Alexandru, hello. Do I have founders for both cards? No, just, yeah, 5090s founders.
We need to talk.
This is MSI Supreme X. I did actually post a photo in the members section. Was it yesterday or the day before? I think it was the day on Friday? Wait, what day was it? No, it was yesterday. I posted it yesterday. And I've got a photo I'm going to upload there in the members bit of... I've put my 5090 and 5080 side by side, and it is insane the difference. The 5080 is huge.
And on Anna.
It just absolutely demolishes it in size. And seeing them side by side, that Founders Edition is really so nice to look at.
Yes, I knew.
It's a really nice looking GPU.
Tell me. Wasted my time.
Say I had. Say I'd said I had trouble.
Like really sleek.
My wife, my daughter. What kind of flaccid prick would you take me for?
Tell me everything you remember about the day.
Alexandru from Romania too. Whereabouts? Yeah, I've been to
I've been soaking myself.
Been to Romania.
Straight. Anna came to me, said they were
stayed in Bucharest for like
I begged them to stay.
3 or 4. I was traveling around. I stayed in Bucharest for like 4 days, I think. Brasov for like 3 days.
She wriggled like an eel. We struggled. She fell. Last blasted thing.
And probably stayed in Constanta for like maybe 3 days, but I think it's a bit of a like party place, right? And I think it was off season, so there was like not really anything going on.
Know what that's like, Witcher? No. How the fuck could you? I was left with nothing. Nothing! Only the bottle.
Cluj. Oh, okay. I've heard of it. A company I used to work for had offices there.
What happened next?
But I've never been. I've not been to there.
I awoke at sunset, not knowing how many days had passed. Thought it was all a ploughing, drunken nightmare. And then I went to the bedchamber, but Anna was not there. Instead, there was blood everywhere. I knew she'd miscarried. My breath short, my throat locked. I neared the bed.
Two slot design is definitely sleek. Yeah, it is really nice. And I haven't had a Founders. The last Founders I had was a 3090, so it's quite a while ago. I didn't have any 40 Founders.
Dead. And it was my doing.
Maybe you're doing, maybe not. But that amulet she wore could be important. Or maybe the fact that she lost it. What did you do with the child?
What was I to do?
I think I remember this bit. Don't we have to go fight something?
Just like that?
Damn you! I gave no thought to a funeral. It was a horror. I wanted it to end. That child had been my dream. I told Anna, the little one, our little one, to make things right. Yet she died before she could be born. Understand, Witcher? My child was dead.
Get hold of yourself. Men like you, when they break down, look downright pathetic.
You're a heartless bastard.
Mutations worked then. But here's the good news. Your dead child might help us find the one who's still alive. And your wife.
What? How?
Sometimes miscarried fetuses, if they don't get a proper burial, turn into botchlings.
Into fucking what?
A cursed creature that draws strength from killing pregnant women.
I thought I'd befriend it. I swear I tried befriending it before and it never worked. Do you not need to have some specific
Blood ties.
level of persuasion
They're
or
a
something to be able to do
strong
that?
A bond I want to use to find your family.
How?
One of two ways. Legends claim you can bury a botchling under the family's threshold, perform a ritual, and turn it into a lubberkin. That's a sort of, hob, a guardian spirit that could lead me to your family.
And the other way?
We kill it and draw some blood. Take that to the Peller and he does the rest.
Do not kill my child.
Give me your card.
Suffered enough already.
Why is everyone asking me to always give my GPU away? If I give it away, I won't have anything to use.
Whatever we do, we gotta find the botchling first.
What will I test if I give all my GPUs away?
And I'll dig the grave.
I'll have nothing to test.
If it turns out we can't transform the botchling into a lubberkin, they can bury us in it. Handy either way.
Dim, hello.
The sooner we resolve this, the better. Best do it tonight at midnight.
Then wait here with me. Near midnight, I'll take you to where I buried her.
Get word to the common folk. Ought to stay in their homes tonight and draw
Get
a line
word
of
to the
salt
common
outside the
folk.
doors. And try to sober up.
That guy looks like me after a night at Inferno.
Dig up the grave.
Take it. You'll need it, but not for that.
I got my 80 quid refund off Avowed. It said 2 hours on the thing though. It said I'd played for 2 hours, even though I definitely hadn't.
Follow me.
On the refund it said 2 hours. I was like, I definitely haven't played for 2 hours because I stopped the stream a good like 10 minutes before 2 hours.
You give the child a name?
No.
I guess it rounds up maybe.
Mistake. Names are powerful seals.
Did we want to also have a look at frame generation on here? We should get really pretty decent frames, to be honest. But we'll see. We'll have a look anyway. See what the latency's like there. Almost breaking 150. So you could do... It's a situation you can play with all the graphics maxed and still get like 1440p 144. And to me, the game still looks really good. Graphics and everything still look really good.
Here's the spot.
Glad you refunded that. Weird. The thing is I was looking through the reviews and everyone was loving it, and I'm like,
lovely spot.
I'm just like, I think that's just the game's just not for me. Like, I think it's just not targeted for me, maybe as a player.
Good.
I will check. I'll probably check it out when it's the standard edition or whatever. I can get it half the price. But I'm not going to spend
on the prowl.
80 quid on the deluxe. Like, that's just silly.
Look.
Oh, I remember this. Wait, turn the... I think if you...
Take it in your arms, quick.
No, because I did this last time and then it turns on you, doesn't it?
Keep screaming and it will turn rabid. It's calm for now.
Bloody hell.
Is it worth the full price? Well, no, because to play it now, you need the deluxe edition, which is 80 quid. Like, it's definitely not worth that, in my opinion. There's not many games that I think are worth 80 quid, but... It is on Game Pass, yeah. I don't have that, though.
Merciful gods.
Back to the fortress.
The way he's holding it.
With this?
As I recall, you were the one who wanted to test the old legends, change it into a lubberkin.
Oh, fuck.
Have I played The Wolf Among Us? No. What's that? I think I've heard of it. What is it, though? Jog my memory. I was going through games last night on Steam, like upcoming, and there's a lot of games upcoming. A lot of like franchises releasing new games. There's all Borderlands on there. There was a couple of other ones. Releasing like new entries. Wait. Do I need this?
Do something.
Whoa. Hang on. Why have I got my torch out? Why have I got the torch out?
Take me. It's
0.1% lower is 70. Quite low down compared to where we are FPS wise. What do I do? What did he say? Do something. Calm it down? Oh god, it's too late. Wait, what's happened? Whoa! What? What happened? What? What happened? Load most recent save. What? That is, don't think that's supposed to happen. Internet speed. I actually at the moment have, what do I have? I have 1,000 download and 100 up. I think that by itself costs about 40 or 50 a month.
You give the child a name.
Pound.
No. Why would we?
Mistake. Names are powerful seals.
Calm it down. It's one of these spells, is it? Influences opponent's mind. It's probably going to be that one, right? Damn.
Here's the spot.
That's annoying. We can skip all this.
Damn.
Good.
It's annoying that I died. What the hell happened? I couldn't move. It spawned me in, but I couldn't move.
Quick.
And then I just died. I was just dead.
Keep
It hit me
screaming,
because
it will turn rabid.
it somehow hit me because my controller vibrated, so I took damage, but I couldn't even. I wasn't even moving.
It'll bite through your jugular, and you'll bleed to death before I can help. Tell me if it starts wriggling. I'll calm it with magic.
1,000, 100 up, don't you have 1,000? Yeah, I mean, in England, the internet is extortionate. The internet is not good, and it's extortionate.
Merciful gods.
I think if you live in London, you can probably get 1,000 up, 1,000 down. Or in just a general city, you could probably get that now, but not where I live. I'm lucky to even have these speeds. The only other alternative in my area is you get 50 download and 10 up, that's it. And it costs you like 30 quid a month. That's how bad it is. You get like no speed and you have to pay loads for it. Axes, that one, yeah. I figured it's that one because it says influences opponent's mind, so I figure it's that. Can I use it already? No.
Spectres. Fudgling scent attracted them.
Do something.
The music's really good in this game as well, actually. I feel like I don't appreciate that enough. Oh, damn. Double attack.
Take me. He's thriving something fierce.
There we go. It is that one.
Quiet.
Yeah, so I think the first time I did it, I just killed... It just turned into that thing and I just killed it.
But what do you want to do with it?
Me? Nothing. This is your job.
25 in Canary Wharf.
Gotta bury it under the threshold.
Yeah, if you live in London, I think you'd be fine. I live, like, kind of near nowhere.
House and help me find your family.
So the speeds, you don't really get very good speeds around here. I think there's just there's no infrastructure for it, basically. And if you can get good speeds, it's you have to pay like loads for it.
Need to hurry.
On with it. Pull up right to that.
Like my current situation. Whoa, double whammy. It's just glitching all over my screen for any reason. What the hell?
Squirming again? Like a dafty? I cannot
No.
hold it. That worked. It stopped.
In the middle of nowhere now, get to 40 down. That's still not too bad though.
It's important.
I mean, that download obviously could be quite a bit better, but the 85 up, at least for me, that's not too bad. Did we want to see any other settings at 1440p? Because I'll switch it back to 4K probably. Just so, because I'm still playing on that window. The small little windowed mode. It maybe drop to 1080p and see native really quick.
Repeat after me. By the powers of Earth.
See how it does it native with 1440p, 1080p with ray tracing.
Powers of earth and sky.
By the world that was to be your home.
By the world that was to be your home.
Forgive me, you who came, but who I did not embrace.
Forgive me. You who came, but who I did not embrace.
I name thee, say her name, and embrace thee as my daughter.
I name thee Daya. And embrace thee as my daughter.
Please show 4K, yeah. What I might do is I'll switch to 1080p quick, just check that, and then I'll switch back, just because in this window mode I can switch to 1080p really easily.
Good.
So I might as well just have a look quick. And then go back to full screen 4K. .1080p window, it's going to be really small though on my screen.
What now?
Go 4K.
In 1 day's time, Daya should turn into a lubberkin.
Yeah, 32 inches too
I'll
big for
stay
me.
here and wait.
Too big for my
You
desk.
go home.
I'll wait with you.
Out of the question.
But that's my child. And the guilt, the responsibility for all this lies with me.
Time for parental impulses? It's long past. Besides, nothing else you can do here.
But
No buts. Just Witcher's work left to do here. Gotta wait a day and a night for the botchling to turn into a lubberkin. That's it. Go home. And try not to drink yourself stupid again.
I'm eating cashew nuts and they taste really funny. They don't taste good. They don't taste like normal cashew nuts. Right. I'm losing my voice. Right, going to drop down to 1080p. Switch frame generation off. Oh my god, it's a really small screen, jeez. But at least on stream it looks fine. And that's all that matters. For me, it's a really tiny screen. I'll put it to 1080p native. We've still got ray tracing maxed, ray tracing on. All the other graphics settings should still be maxed as well, Ultra Plus here. We'll just have a quick look at that. So, pretty significantly higher FPS with that. You're definitely not going to see any drops anywhere near 60, I don't think. Lowest you'll get in those forest areas is probably... You might maybe see 70. What have I got to do here? Summon. How do I do that? Magic? How do I summon it? Variety nuts. No, I only really... I like peanuts, but I eat like the... What is it, like dry? Is it dry roasted? But I think they're probably not as good for you.
With your name, I beseech you.
So I just eat the plain cashew nuts. They're the only nuts I really like, to be honest. I don't really like any others.
Lead me
oh my god, what was that?
By blood.
What do I think of the 5080? It's not really massively different to a 4080. The only positives, compared to my 4080 Super, is it's a little bit more efficient in terms of power and stuff. And also temperatures. My temperatures look better. Slightly more FPS. More power efficient. Maybe runs cooler. Not really an insane difference. If you would have had a 4080, it's probably not worth it.
It's plowing, pouring again.
Definitely feel like not much difference between 1080p power consumption and 4K. Because I'm still at 270 watts here at 1080p. Oh no, I'm still eating. We're gonna have to fight these. Get the fire out. When in doubt, get the fire out. Think I can use the horse? Yeah, basically I was doing it because I've got one hand. I've got one hand on the controller and I'm just like going the direction. I'm eating nuts in with the other hand. I could get the horse and it too, but I mean I couldn't get on the horse unless I used my other hand. I'd have to press the other buttons, which I'm gonna have to do now anyway. Oh my god, a bit close to his face. What have I got to do? Search the area around the smokehouse.
Horseshoe. No way.
I tell you what I want to do on this game that I didn't do last time is not skip. You know when I forget the mission.
One of them must have dropped it.
What is the mission? We have to go to some island and prepare for some big fight. I forget now. But basically, you have to accept you lose all the missions, don't you? You have to...
They change in here. Both
it says you can't return from this area. You know, I don't know how to explain it. But it wipes all your missions. So there was loads of missions I didn't do. Because I proceeded. What is that? Where is it? What card am I using and how much memory does it have? Well, right now, 5080, it has 16. Planning to upgrade 3090 to 5090, nice. Which model are you trying to get? Point of no return. Yeah, it's like that part in the story where it asks you. It says if you continue, you can no longer return, type thing. And then it just fails all of your missions you had on the go. So there was just loads of side missions I didn't do because it just like failed them all. And at the time I was a little bit like, oh, I'm not going to get to do any of them. But because I wiped all my saves by accident when I reinstalled Windows, I, get the chance to do it again, I guess. It's going to explode. Someone mentioned something about Elden Ring. Yeah, I do want to check the DLC. The only issue, do you have to be in a certain place in the story to be able to do the DLC? Because I know that was the case with the other DLC, and I have played quite a bit of Elden Ring, but I wasn't far enough to be able to play the DLC. If that's still the same, then I also might not be able to play it. But I could stream Elden Ring. It might be funny to watch. It might be funny to watch me struggle trying to play Elden Ring.
Bones have been here a while.
Fear the Beard, hello.
Chewed on the
Unreal Champion, yo. Go find the 5080 to be a viable 4K card. With or without ray tracing? It's going to depend. Without ray tracing, yes, you could do 4K. With ray tracing, not so much.
Horseshoes missing.
But then it's going to depend. At 4K with ray tracing, yes, but you have to be using DLSS. Which, if the game supports DLSS 4, is really not that much of an issue, to be honest, because the image quality is so much better. Like,
incredible strength.
At quality, you could even dip down to balance, and you're really not going to notice a difference at 4K.
Must have been attacked by a powerful
So I think it really depends. It really depends on your graphics settings and also how much FPS you want. If you want 144 hertz at 4K, then yeah, you're definitely going to have to use DLSS and frame generation to see FPS like that. No matter what settings you have.
Giddy up.
Asus 5090 water cooled. Nice. That'll be expensive though, I think, won't it? It'd be really good. Like, temps will be really good, but little over 3K, yeah. Jeez.
Faster.
It'll be good, but that's a lot of money, isn't it? I suppose if you're not going to replace that for years and years and years, then it's probably it breaks the pain of the price a little bit if you keep it for a while. Dude, I'm getting attacked by absolutely everything. Leave the baby alone. So the issue is I never actually did this bit of the game because the thing attacked me. Never actually did this mission. Oh, another one. $58 on the way. Sheesh. Which model? Am I undervolting and or power limiting? No. No, this is all default on my GPU right now. So that's 1080p, average of 95 FPS. I know probably not many people play 1080p, but at least we've 1080p with this GPU, I mean. Almost definitely going to be probably 1440p will be the more used res, I would have thought.
Who's that? Other room. Go on now.
What you seek here, sir? Our hut's out of the way. Woeful. We has nothing. We knows nothing.
Just need information. Looking for 2 women, the Bloody Baron's wife and daughter.
Not a soul have been here, sir.
Sure? Not even passing through? Daughter's medium height.
What's saying right now? 1080p native with ray tracing.
About 40. Seen them?
That sir came at night, right, Mummy? Quiet, boy.
Where'd the girl go? Her son said enough. No point in playing dumb anymore.
Sorry, sir, but you don't look like one of our father's men.
Because I'm not.
Do I do overclocking content?
They're alive and safe.
I've done a little bit of that in the past. It's not really my main focus, but I have done a little bit of it.
But Mrs. Anna, that's another type. Though anywhere's better than to crow's perch with a baron.
Why?
Cause he beat her, sir. Beat Mrs. Anna, I mean. Everyone knew, but not a
I normally like to test
lifted a
stuff
finger for to stop it.
at just base level at first, because then it gives a really balanced and just
What happened to tomorrow's
average
mother?
idea of roughly what the performance you'll get if you had the GPU. If I overclock off the rip, I've done it before and it sort of just confuses people a little bit, because when they get theirs, they're like, why is mine not, you know? They get... So if I just do a base level first, it gives just an overall average of like the minimum you'll get type thing. But I have done some overclocking stuff.
Thought it'd tear my head off. And those damn
Solo Brit.
swarms of them coursing over the woods,
58 for 5 years.
raising
Yeah, I
up
mean,
like
that
ears.
sort of pads the price out, doesn't it?
Mrs. Anna screamed, bent over into herself. Tamara knelt down, gripped her arms.
If you keep it that long, it doesn't feel so bad.
I saw it. Fiery marks on her hands.
What marks?
These, well, like burned on.
His hair's doing that thing with ray tracing indoors.
Inside.
Notice how dark his hair is with Hairworks, look.
Aye.
Did we ever work out, was it just Hairworks that causes that with ray tracing? I forget.
No, these wasn't black scars scabbed over. They's
Find
hot
out.
and glowing, as if they burned with raw fire.
When's it going to turn to him? Yeah, it is. Hairworks and ray tracing indoors, for some reason. It makes his hair look really dark.
The lady. She'll be all right in the end, won't she?
I'll do what I can to see that she is.
Settings right now, I'm at 1080p, but I'm at native with ray tracing. So I could quickly switch ray tracing off. I was going to switch back to 4K in a sec. Ray tracing off, though, I mean, FPS-wise, it'll just get even more and more crazy. I'm gaining 100 FPS switching ray tracing off.
So here our paths diverge.
That's insane.
Dea, go in peace.
Maybe a little less, maybe more like 80 to 90 probably. On average, that's still a lot though. That is actually insane. Going from 90 to 100, 200 almost. Let me switch it back on. Yeah, look at that. That's crazy. 95. Switch ray tracing off. Look at that. 90 to 180. $58 is a good overclock. Yeah, I mean, I'll probably look at it at some point. Only issue is this is the second game I've ever played, so I want to see a little bit of this kind of base performance first before I overclock loads of stuff. Just so I can get a rough idea between the base level of performance compared to other GPUs. If I overclock stuff off the absolute rip, I'll never really truly know the kind of base level difference between the previous GPUs, you know, like 4080 and stuff. It'll be a bit of a misleading difference between the two if I overclock this and compare it to a base 4080, if you see what I mean. But yeah, I'm sure at some point, but like I say, it's only the second time I've used it, so check out a few different games first and just get a rough idea, and then I can always overclock it. So yeah, without ray tracing there, that's ridiculous. And what happens... It's a shame we can't see multi-frame generation on this, because that would just be probably like 500 FPS, I think. If I could test that out. It'll still be high probably with DLSS and frame generation. There you go, 300, but multi... Imagine multi-frame generation, yeah, we'd be over 500, easily. Which is crazy, 500 FPS at 1080p. Completely not needed in a game like this, though. I think 1080p, actually. Anti-aliasing still looks really good. DLSS. I don't seem to be able to get out there with the horse. What 5080 have I got? MSI Supreme.
Folk don't object to your white mug.
Witcher 3 should be getting for it. Yeah, I think hopefully most games eventually will get it. It's just unfortunate as to right now we don't have it. Seeing usage, GPU usage drop quite a bit here, 94%. It's coming down quite a bit.
Ever heard of preventive arse whooping? Witcher, a word, please.
Meditate till noon. I mean, we'll switch back to 4K. That'll choke. That'll choke it. At noon. Get about just under 30.
When me and Philip, meaning the Baron, served under a Temerian banner, wanted to ask you about something.
What is it?
That night when the Baron ordered everyone to lock their doors, stay inside, what did you and the Baron do?
Gotta ask the Baron about that. Speaking of which, know where he is?
Garden. Spends a lot of time sitting there of late.
Drunk.
No. Don't drink, don't eat. Just sits.
What a great conversation that was.
There you are.
See the hollyhock there? The violet blooms. Brought the plants here from Nazaire. Anna had read some story. Insisted on having them. Spent hours tending to them, trimming, pruning. She was so content at that. And them, the frilly ones, called birds of paradise in Zerrikania. But Tamara called them dragons of paradise. She adored them. Damn shame I'll never learn which blooms would please Daya most. Though it's good to know her spirit's free.
Got some information about your family.
You've learned something? Well, let's go inside. It's a
Well,
bit chilly out.
Right, should we get back to... Let's get back to 4K, just because on my screen right now, it's so small in the windowed mode. It's going to be like a dream when I get to see this full screen. Oh, look at it. It's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. What do I go? Native, though. Should we go native? Native ray tracing, go full screen. What else did we have? I'll show you just native. Full on native, maxed out ray tracing. That's where things get real dicey. Already seeing it. 40. Look at this PC latency as well, 136. That is definitely quite high.
What the blazes? She alright? In good health? Safe?
Quite high considering it on like Silent Hill 2 yesterday. I swear this was like 30, maybe 20 or 30. Here it's 145.
See her at least.
Look at that frame time as well.
But I talked to the man who helped her escape and then took her in. Tamara is safe and sound. From what I gathered, she has no desire to see you again, no intention to return.
I shan't trust some peasant dolt. I shan't trust whoever it is helped her. I need to know for certain she's safe. Go to her. You must be sure. See her yourself.
J preset of DLSS 4. I think it does, yeah. But to be honest, I think other DLSS, not even just DLSS 4, I think previous versions of DLSS quality looked better than native at 1080p. It varied a lot on the game. Some games there was no real noticeable difference, but it's because the anti-aliasing, so it's like DLAA, it looks better than a lot of games anti-aliasing, so it'll make your image look sharper than it would at native at 1080p. At 4K, I feel like it doesn't have the same effect. You obviously notice anti-aliasing less at 4K, so I feel like most games don't really like benefit from that as much. But then, like I say, it varies a lot game to game. There are some games I think really notice the difference. Like Red Dead Redemption 2 is an example. That looks insanely better, I think, with DLSS on. At 1080p and 1440p it looks sharper. But there's definitely a few games like that.
Sherry, come.
There was one I was playing. What was I playing? I think it was. I think Hellblade 2 at 1080p as well. It had this weird shimmering, I think, with the in-game anti-aliasing. You switch DLAA on, and it looks way better at those resolutions. I think it does make a difference.
Where'd they teach you that, anyway?
At Kaer Morhen?
What is that on the fire?
What's your school there,
I don't want to be eating that.
As I recall.
They made an exception for me.
Right. Mean to say you're a she-witcher?
Not entirely. The mutations, I was never subjected to them. But everything else I know, I learned from the witches there.
Know any of them potions?
Not so much. A bit.
Because you see, at times I get this pinching back here.
Shut it, Egrin. Nobody cares about your backside. A woman could swing
Red Dead Redemption
a sword,
DLSS
I've no
1
but
still
never
looks
seen a
great at
lady
4K.
mount anything but a
Yeah, no, at
cat.
4K, I don't think at 4K you
Tipsy on
really notice a
but it's
difference.
strange on account they bloody
Personally,
mount with
less of a
stag
difference. 1080p and 1440p, you can tell anti-aliasing like way more, I
You
think.
can outrun me on an horse. Naturally.
The higher resolution you go, I think anti-aliasing makes less and less of a difference.
The one in the stable.
Oh, that won't do it all.
What happened? You get the jitters?
No,
So why not?
the horse is mine.
To race the Baron himself.
Just his frame time here, look at it.
Oh, that'd be a sight to behold.
I wonder if, what reflex do I have it on? It's currently off, that's probably why. There you go, that looks better, doesn't it?
Done. But if I win, I take your sword.
Still a bit
Agreed.
choppy, but it looks way better.
I'd not drink any more this night. You'll want your head about you. And we start at daybreak. The day dawns.
Ready?
As ever. First
What
floor to the
dialect?
tower.
I don't know what these guys. It sounds like they're from up north somewhere.
Come on, silly. Don't you embarrass us.
Or they're like west country, like farmers. You alright, my lover?
Don't ya?
Had one just like it.
That's like Bristol. People like that's like Bristol accent. Or just like a Devon, like, accent. Where some of them, like that guy there, sound like he's from, like, Birmingham or something.
That'll be the day.
I got our FPS here 32. Oof. There's quite a few different dialects, I think, just hearing those people speak. I've never really listened to it too much.
Your wind, not woman.
How did the 5090 perform here? We had about 50 to 60 with these settings.
Thank you.
So you're looking at a good, like, 20 to 25 FPS, probably more. They sound Scottish or Irish? No, they weren't. Pretty sure they weren't Scottish or Irish.
In an instant, all had forgotten the wager.
The wager.
Every man ran to save his skin.
Wager.
He worried to break his neck.
And
what accent's that?
Some.
That's Birmingham, or like around there.
Not so fortunate.
Tommy.
But what happened then? I must say, Witcher, seen a lot, but nothing.
Yeah, he sounds like Peaky Blinder, doesn't he? Tommy.
Uh-oh. I know that look.
You're a fast learner. You'll know the rest once you find my wife.
Working on it.
And making piss-poor progress.
They split up. Hadn't considered that possibility before. But don't worry. I'll find Anna too.
Tommy.
Can't help wondering why you made a deal with the Nilfgaardians.
What could I do? Cast myself at them and die a hero? Fuck a hero's death. Fuck death.
Rather live as a traitor.
Ere long, none will remember it. Temeria is no more. There's naught left to betray.
The local
I'm at native 4K maxed out now, yeah.
That strong.
What of it? Even were I to attack, cut them down to a man, others will come soon. Black ones will flood this land, take control before long. Sure as we've all got arseholes, they will.
Is the 5090 double performance of this? No, not double. LA Noire. Is that the... I've never played that. That's the, like, police game, right? I never played that. That's that funny scene where it's... You've got to work out if the guy's telling the truth or lying. And he's like, his face... He speaks and his face just goes all curled up, doesn't it? It's like, clear he's lying. Yeah, I never played that. That's Rockstar though, isn't it?
Wait, Witcher! When you find my daughter, will you give her this?
A ragdoll.
Enshrouded. That's Unreal Engine 5, I think, isn't it? I've played that before, actually. The only issue is Enshrouded, it's like a survival type game, isn't it? I kind of find those games a little bit harder to stream. Like, I don't really enjoy it so much. I usually play kind of survival games like that with friends or something, because I get a bit bored in it when I'm sort of left to my own devices. It's just...
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll show you where it dips down to like 30, 29, 30. We'll go to the forest right next to here. Do you want me to... What time of day is this? You could go right to... oh, it's 4 AM. Oof. Get my horse.
Right, Roach.
What you want, my man's got, eh? Not half bad.
Game does look really graphics do look really nice though. Hopefully it looks good on the stream. Hopefully it's doing it justice. But yeah, you see it here, look, 34 already. I think if we go into here, we saw 29, the lowest of 29 earlier. We're seeing 32. I can't remember exactly where it was. We got 29 or 30. Yeah, I don't know if I can quite get it down to 29 again. Almost, though. Basically 20. It was 30. So, sort of in this bit here. I'll go right into the forest. It just won't do it. There it is, 29. We found it. We found it. Does live streaming and using Afterburner diminish some FPS quite a bit? I'm not streaming off the same PC, so no, right now. This FPS right here is exactly the FPS I'd be getting if I was just playing off stream, because I'm not, my stream is happening on a different PC. Why don't I play with DLSS? Because I'm just having a look at native right now. We can switch the DLSS on in a sec. Just sort of demonstrating the raw performance at the moment. So slightly better than what you'd get on, you know, my 4080 Super. It's not as huge, insane. It's sort of roughly in line with what you'd expect, though, really. Not expecting this to be doing absolute bits at 4K with ray tracing. You do switch ray tracing off, you do get quite a jump in FPS. Does make it quite considerably more playable. So there you're seeing 59, almost 60, you know, in the hardest area. So ray tracing on and off really does go from sort of unplayable to playable. It really does make quite a large difference. So you're looking at like we saw earlier, 30 to 35 FPS difference, which is quite large. Irons out that frame time a lot as well. And you can also do the inverse, so switch ray tracing back on but go with DLSS. You won't see as high FPS there. I think you'll struggle to keep it at 60. I think you'll be more 50 to 60. Yeah, going to get more closer to 50. Still not too bad though. I think 50 is somewhat okay. It's fairly playable. Not really a big difference between... And even here, going to get 60. I think that's just because the forest areas is really brutal on the FPS. What did that guy say? Did that guy want to fight? I'll fight you.
Halt! Standing Jew! I challenge you!
Boots a bit big, maybe? Careful not to trip.
Trees and bushes have always been cheap. Yeah, another thing that doesn't help in this game is in the trees, it's very foggy and stuff. And that also drops FPS a lot when you have ray tracing on. So just all those three things together, it's just... Constantine! Sorry, I don't know. I mean, I could maybe translate that, but I don't know what that says. Let me see if I can translate it. Play at 40 FPS, well, that's what it's like with a card like this. It's because of ray tracing, though.
At your service. Let's get this over with.
Oh. Can I use my fire? Oh my god, I can. Is that cheating?
Luck stood with you.
That's funny.
Next time we meet.
Challenge me again. Raise your hand.
That was 2 hits. Hit him with the fire, and then there's just 1 hit.
And I'll kill you.
1 hit with the sword.
Yes.
We shall see.
I think we actually still have hairworks off, don't we? But from what I saw in the past, that didn't actually make too much difference in FPS. I think I might have it off, actually. Actually, yeah. Doesn't really make too much difference, so I don't think. Like here, we had 62, 63. So it maybe adds 1 FPS, 1 or 2 FPS, it drops it down. Multi-frame generation, no. This game doesn't support it. We do have DLSS 3 frame generation, but I don't have it on right now. This is 4K, yeah. I really like the way the trees look in this game. I think they really nailed that. It looks a little weird, though, actually, with DLSS. Can we just take a quick look at that? Maybe it's just me. It seems to... It looks like it shimmers a little bit with DLSS on. Could just be me. I do find the anti-aliasing on the game sometimes a bit weird on this one. I know FXAA looks really shimmery. Look, do you see that? That looks like really bad, really crazy. Yeah, that looks terrible like that. Am I playing with DLSS 4? Yes. DLSS 4 upscaling, image upscaling, but not multi-frame generation. Yeah, that... I mean, DLSS looks in miles better than the FXAA. That looks really bad. Gonna reset the lows. Highest power usage through scene. I know I said it earlier, but yesterday we only had 280, 290. Didn't really see over 300. In this game, we do get over 300, 310, but still pretty much the same power, I think, as my 4080 Super, really. I'd pretty regularly hit 300, 310 on that. So at least we're not seeing insane increases in power compared to between the 4090 and 5090. I've gone the wrong way. Where's it telling me to go? Across here. Just realised the horse stamina. Still got that popping a little bit again. I think it's probably the game needs a restart because they probably changed the settings too much. I think that breaks the game a little bit. Off the horse. Whoa! Whoa! What just happened with the... What just happened with the weather? That's wild. Never seen that on this. Do you like the new DLSS or prefer the old one? Oh, definitely the new one. Although it drops your FPS a little bit compared to the old one, the image, the quality of the image is so much better. I don't mind that trade-off, because you can now play at DLSS performance with pretty much most of the time not much image quality issues, really. You could never do that before. Performance would always have some sort of weirdness or definitely a degrade in the image quality. Now, at performance in most games, you can't really tell between that and DLSS quality. I'll trade that off with a couple of less FPS, you know. Brazander, hello. Is this another town or something I've got to go to? Or city? So you've seen it back there in that swamp bit. FPS still dropping really aggressively. Oh, whoa, these are level 9. Horse out the way. Ow! What is this here? See this on the destroy? Oh. Don't have the right bomb.
Ought to just destroy it.
Come on, Roach.
FPS with no DLSS in this area. Oh, it's going to be rough. With this weather system like this, in this forest area, it's going to be rough. There you go, 34. Do you know how to force DLSS 4 for pretty much all games though? How are you trying to do it? Are you doing it in the Nvidia app? I normally do it per game because some games support multi-frame generation and some don't. Some support DLSS upscaling but not multi-frame generation. Some support both, some don't. So I rather just check sometimes, but it's different for me every time I'm doing the stream and testing it. I DDU and stuff, so it wipes all my settings anyway, so I kind of do it on a per game basis, and I want to know what it can support type thing. But I don't know how you're trying to do it.
Let's go.
Am I even going the right way here? How do I look at the map?
Slow.
Like, where is it I'm supposed to go? Oh, okay, it is. It's the city area. Megahertz Esports, thanks for subscribing. Profile Inspector. Oh right, yeah. When I used Profile Inspector, you can just do you can just force it on the global preset, can't you? You force J. You'll have to explain what you mean by don't get it to work, though. You could use... Also have a look at DLSS, like, how do you know it's not working? Because it's a bit difficult to test. But originally, I was using DLSS tweaks, and it tells you what if it's using it or not. So it'll tell you if your DLSS version is 4 or not. Like, if it's using those files. So it might be worth doing that, unless you've already done that.
Go.
How do we get across? Oh, let's go around. Is there a bridge? Right. We need some FPS here. Get that back on. Running up those stairs is so weird, it like stops me. Every other step, it lags. How do I get across it then? Is there a bridge? Oh, wow. Oh, I completely go past it. I've completely gone past the bridge.
Faster.
How did I manage that? I've completely gone past it.
That's it, Roach.
Here we go. Out the way, people. Have you seen the QD OLED monitor? No, I haven't, no.
Case of the plague surface in the city or something?
The plague? No. We're to not let folk in the city. It's an order, so I don't, unless someone's got a pass.
How is it possible to be 35 FPS? Is it 4K Ultra? Didn't the 4090 perform better? Yeah, the 4090 would have probably performed about that because the 5080 isn't as good as the 4090 in native.
This what you mean?
Let me look at that. Missing a seal, the red one.
In native, the 5080 is not going to be better than the 4090.
Department of Civil Defence forgot again. They're really off their heads these days. Happens, so be it. You may come through.
But you might be thinking of like multi-frame generation and stuff. Like when you hear them say 5070 is equal to 4090, that's with multi-frame generation and stuff. That's not native like raster performance. Not raster, but native. It's comparing DLSS against native, if that makes sense. So it doesn't. You can't compare like that. It doesn't. You know what I mean? You got to compare on a fair ground.
Stay out of my way.
If you compare native to native raw performance, it's not going to be. Because there's probably a gap of. There's probably a gap of like 20 FPS, I want to say, between a 4080 Super and a 4090, maybe 20 to 25 in some situations. It's a big gap. So this realistically, compared to a 4080 Super, is probably, it bridges maybe the gap halfway, probably. I'd say in this game, it probably seems fairly close-ish. But the 4090 probably averages more closer to 40, where this is a bit more like mid-30s, you know? It will hit 40 in some areas. Like, it is close. It's not like a massive gap, but... Also in those games where VRAM becomes a problem, you're going to see the 4090 probably struggle less.
The witches prepare a deluge. Watch it.
See what it's like at this town then. Seems not too bad. 60 FPS we're seeing there. Have I got to go in there? How do I get in there?
Ow! Oh.
I'm looking for Tamara, the Bloody Baron's daughter. Your brother said I'd find her here.
Wojtek send you, sir.
How else would I know she was here?
Wait a moment. I'll fetch her straight away.
What the hell? What's the cat doing? He's doing the hair thing again.
And who might you be? My father sent you?
Yeah, to see if you're still alive. And well. I'm Geralt of Rivia.
I'm quite alive and extraordinarily well, Geralt of Rivia. Better than I've ever been in this rotten life of mine, and now that you've seen me, I bid you farewell.
Wait.
We've nothing more to talk about.
Got every right to be angry at your father, but he's worried about you.
I have a right. Thank you kindly. So good to have the approval of his hired thug. And my father worries only about what to get soused on next.
He's no saint, that's clear. But he's got the whole province on its feet looking for you. Finding you and your mother, seems to me there's nothing more important to him now. I know evil men. He's not one of them.
Shame he never showed such concern before. Especially for my mother.
He made a mistake and knows that. I'm not defending him, just saying that maybe he's come to realize what he's done, and what you mean to him.
Oh, wonderful. I'll bear that in mind. Did you really come all the way here just to tell me that?
I don't mean to pry, but I know your mother had a miscarriage.
His doing? He shoved her, she fell, that's how it started. We were alone, no one to help, blood everywhere. Worst night of my life.
Sorry. Must have been hard for you both.
Mum was in shock. She was raving that it was better this way, that she never wanted the child. Must have had a fever. She was losing blood the whole time.
She didn't want the child?
Said she'd sooner cut open her gut than bear another child from his seed.
Wojtek claims your mother had strange marks on her hands, and that a monster dragged her into the woods. That true?
We were riding towards the river. Suddenly, Mum cried out, bent over, almost fell off her horse. I rode up to her and saw something strange. Her hands were on fire. And then that creature leapt from the woods. I don't know what it was, but it roared so fierce my nose bled. I saw it topple trees. I've never been so scared in my life. And that thing grabbed my mum and disappeared into the woods. I wanted to turn back, go after them, but the horses panicked. Now I don't even know if she's alive.
What will you do now?
Find my mum.
You realize that might not be that easy.
Don't worry, I'm not daft enough to believe I can do it alone. I've got some new friends now. Powerful friends.
I've just realised I've been muted. How long have I been muted for?
Who are these friends?
I was saying about the multi-frame generation arriving for 40 series. I realistically don't think you're going to see it on the 40 series. Because they gatekeeped DLSS 3 frame generation to just 40 series, right? And there was a huge incentive to still upgrade because the performance was way better anyway on 40, but on 50, the performance isn't that great, so it's not much of a unique selling point to just do it for performance. The only thing they have to gatekeep the 50 is multi-frame generation. There's no way they're bringing that to 40, in my opinion.
What about your father?
Who? Oh, him.
Because then there literally is absolutely no reason to upgrade. The only thing at the moment they can suggest is multi-frame generation if you're interested in that as a unique selling point, you know? That nothing else has. Outside of that, it's like, there's not much, is there? AMD definitely have a good opportunity, but it worries me a bit that they delayed so much. Like, why? Why did they delay from... It's supposed to be, what, January or whatever?
Witch hunter in the service of His Royal Majesty Radovid of Redania.
So it's a bit odd they delayed it until March. It's kind of concerning.
If the Bloody Baron sent you to fetch his daughter, you'd best face it.
It's either they wanted to redo, you know, change the prices or drop the prices, wait for Nvidia to see what they do. Which is then also still concerning if they haven't decided on a price yet. Kind of weird. Or it's not ready, which is also kind of concerning. I think I read somewhere them saying it was drivers. The drivers weren't ready, which is kind of also worrying.
Witcher to find his daughter. Interesting.
Where are you going to take her?
I don't think there's any scenario in that where it's not worrying from AMD.
The warmth of the eternal fire has restored her strength. We shall see about finding her mother.
Before you go,
but we'll see, I guess.
Father asked me to give you this.
Clara? Father told you to give me Clara. Funny how he thought to buy me back with a memory. Tell him one gesture could never make up for a ruined childhood. So long, Witcher. In spite of all, I'm grateful you gave me a choice. Didn't force me to go back to the tyrant.
Hope you know what you're getting yourself into. So long, and good luck.
Why is he so obsessed with this cat? $50.72, yeah. I don't know, I mean, we saw it in, like, last generation. I feel like AMD have had the opportunity to absolutely wreck Nvidia multiple times, and they just don't for some reason. I don't really get it. Like the last GPUs. They were not terrible, but their pricing was just almost pretty much as bad as Nvidia's pricing. Like, 7900 XTX was over $1,000 when it first released. It wasn't massively, you know, the pricing wasn't massively different. I feel like they could have really undercut, like, Nvidia quite a lot, and they just didn't. I don't know why. Because within 6 months, AMD just reduced the prices insane amounts anyway. So it's like, why not just do that straight away? I don't really get that. But we'll see. I don't really know if I'll get it. I think depend on the price, really. If the price is like quite high, I might get it, but later in the year. Is it me or did the color of the game just really change?
Redania.
9900 XTX. That's not even a. They're not even doing high end anymore. We're not going to see that.
You'll choke to death on 3
They're not. AMD are not doing any high end GPUs. And when I say high end, I mean like, you know, 5080, 5090 level. They're not doing any of that. My FPS here. Absolutely wrecked.
What you stepping on me for?
Settings right now, 4K. 4K with ray tracing. And we've also got DLSS set to quality. You know what I am going to do? I'm going to just quickly reboot the game because I've changed the settings an awful lot. And I just want to make sure. I was getting a lot of pop in there, but let me just reboot the game really quick. And do make sure to drop a like on the stream if you haven't already. See if we can... I need 23 likes to hit 100 likes. That'd be awesome. XTX sold for 800 at points in time. Yeah, it's obviously not ready for ray tracing, but the issue is day one retail, the reference I got, reference 7900 XTX was 1,300, and that was a reference. The Sapphire was more than 1.5 grand. That's way, like, that's crazy.
I see you got it.
The Witcher's contact in Velen was to be Hendrik, the Emperor's spy.
Is it running with the next gen update? Yeah.
In that war-ravaged land, his mission to gather intelligence about Ciri. Yet Geralt arrived too late. The Wild Hunt had reached Hendrik first. The Witcher learned nothing from the spy's corpse, but the wraiths.
But my issue is that when AMD do that, if you wait 6 months, like you say, you can get it for like $800. You can get it for like half price. Like, that's just like, it's almost a kick in the teeth for anyone who buys it straight away. Because you're sort of like, I could have just waited. You know? Could have just waited 6 months and paid like half the price. Just want to check. The game sounded awfully quiet to me all of a sudden on that reboot. So yeah, I've just rebooted the game. It looks a little bit better here, 50 now. Because I was changing the settings a lot, and I do think it breaks the game a little bit. Still not getting those stutters though. I think it was also that daytime. That daytime there with the smoke and stuff, that seemed to really wreck my FPS. Will I be testing the new AMD? That's what we were talking about. I'm not really sure yet. Depends on the price. If it's a reasonable price, maybe. But we'll see. We've still got quite a bit of time to wait, haven't we? March.
Move it.
Just gonna skip past these guys. No! I can't turn around. Did you get a 6600 XT? 3060? I'd probably look more at the 3060 Ti, probably. 6600 XT is not too bad. Are you going to play ray tracing?
That's it, Roach. Then both forces attacked.
I personally wouldn't. I'd look more at the 3060 Ti. I personally think that's probably better value, and how much more it is than the one you're looking at. What diff am I playing? What diff are you playing? What does that mean? You mean the settings? What settings am I playing at? Level 14? I cannot. I don't think I can kill them. $3060 is a yeah, $3060 is decent. I was just saying, if it's a little bit more for a TI, I'd probably get that over it, though, if you see what I mean. If I had to pay for an extra 50 quid or whatever, you know, I'd probably do that. But I'm not sure how much that is. Oh, difficulty. No idea. It's default, I think.
Let's go.
I've not changed it, so whatever the default is. Probably just normal. I'm not even sure what the difficulty settings are. It would just be normal. Big game tomorrow. Man United are just gonna get battered. Honestly, it's gonna be just horrendous. You're gonna have all these Man United fans just crying. Is it? Wait, where is it? Is it at Is that Old Trafford? What was the last game? Tottenham absolutely smashed Man United, didn't they? Was it 3-0 or 4-0? I think it was 3, was it? I swear we've beaten United. We have a really good record against United in the last, like, couple of seasons.
Got their asses kicked. They'll be glad whore. You surprised? They tried to dance with a witch. You so curious? Ask him yourself.
Quite the work my man's got, eh? Not half bad. Brought home a bucket of peelings yesterday. The feast we had. He's not scared.
You're losing 3-0. Who do you think's up? I think the thing is, though, I think Man United can afford to lose it in that. I think if Man United lose, it's not that much of a big deal, right? Like, in terms of, like, you're not going to sack the manager, are you? But if Tottenham lose, I think Ange could actually get sacked. Do you know what I mean? I feel like there's more at stake for Tottenham than there is United. I feel like it's a must-win game for Tottenham. I don't think they can lose.
An elven burial ground in the caverns nearabouts mid-Carps.
I think they sack him. If they lose, I think they might sack him.
Plowing hangover, little prick.
You've got no players? Have you seen Tottenham's team? We're like the definition of got no players. Had they players for like 3 months? Have you? I swear your team's actually not like... Your team's like fairly together, isn't it? I didn't think you had loads of...
I'm listening. What do you come to me with?
Gave Tamara your gift.
How'd she react?
Probably not.
You're not
like
getting...
you wanted.
We're not getting top 4. No, I mean, I think United are in a different position where, like... United with Tottenham, like, last season, where you've just got a new manager in and you're, like, trying to find the feet. So I don't think there's that much at stake. Where, obviously, Tottenham is, like, a year on from that at this point. So it's, like, make or, you know, make or break.
Find her.
After going out of 2 cups in 1 week and then losing to United, I mean, I don't know.
So long.
And I don't really know. I personally, with Ange, I'd say, like, let him have the Europa League or whatever, like, because at the moment the season's screwed, you know. Like, the league is done. So it's like, as long as we don't get relegated, it doesn't matter. Like, it's over anyway. The season's over. So, like, there's no manager's going to come in and change that at this point. So I was just like, wait for the players to come back and then basically just at the end of the season decide. But if he keeps losing Premier League games where it becomes an actual relegation issue, then, I mean, I think something's got to be done, you know? But then also a part of me want Tottenham to kind of be relegated, because then I think it'll actually, something will get done. Do you know what I mean? I feel like no one's really taking the club seriously, and if they get relegated, it'll be like, oh crap, like, you know? A part of me wants that to be like, to kick people up the arse. Imagine if the final was Man United Tottenham Europa League. They were battling out for relegation in the Premier League and in the final Europa. Could you imagine? That'd be well funny. I don't think I could watch Tottenham in another final. Not another European final. That Liverpool one absolutely broke my heart. Absolutely horrendous. That penalty in like the first... what was that penalty Liverpool got in the Champions League final against Tottenham? It was in like the first 10 minutes or something, wasn't it? Just absolutely ruined the whole thing. That was an absolute disgrace. Ruined the whole game. Investigate remaining leads. In here? I'm not sure where it's telling me I should go. Oh, it's this here, is it? No. Let me go back. Calling for relegation. No, you must know what I mean, though. Like, if Tottenham just sail through, nothing happens, you know? It'll just continue, it'll just keep going. Like, it'll be the same thing next season, and they'll just keep doing the same thing over and over. Like, sometimes you need something really bad to happen to, like, make a change, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. Sometimes bad things have to happen to, like, make a change, to, like, kick you into, like, make a change. Like, if you just keep doing fine from it, you never, like, actually change, if you see what I mean. If you keep making mistakes but you're fine, you never actually change. I'm a little confused about this mission.
Ooh.
Poch, yeah, I definitely didn't want him. Like, I think that was silly when they sacked him. And he wasn't even doing that badly in the Premier League, realistically. Yeah, I don't know if it's...
Got eyes like a cat.
I didn't see any of the mission here. I still think United still have, like, hangover from Fergie. Like, I don't understand how that's possible, but that's what it feels like. Do you know what I mean? It feels like they're still trying to get over that. It's a bit of a weird one. I don't know if you'll ever really get away from it, though. Until Man United are the team they were, I think you'll always be in the sort of shadows of that era. They were such the team. I remember when I was younger watching Tottenham play Man United, I'd just be terrified because it was just like, oh, we're going to get battered, like. And it would just almost, they would be like City in a way, weren't they? Just every season you're like, all right, here we go, they're going to win this. Everyone go over to that other mission. He had an off-season. What, Poch? Yeah, I mean, the thing is it's almost like Klopp, isn't it, at Liverpool? The season he went, wasn't it? Like, was a bit of an off one. Because you can't just keep... It's almost like City now, isn't it? They're having an off season. Like, you can't just keep doing it season after season. And Poch had a few seasons, didn't he, where Tottenham were, like, second in the league and stuff. There was that one season where Leicester won it, where Tottenham had a chance to also win it, didn't they? And then they fell away. So, like, it'd been going on years and years of, like, almost like Arsenal now, you know? Kind of being in the run-in, but just never winning. Then we did the Champions League. You know, it just takes its toll, I think, after a while. You can't just keep doing that season after season.
Sounds dangerous. Fine, I'll help you. Done.
The good gods have sent ye to me. Someone to repair their shrines from this day on.
Look.
Put frame generation on.
I'm a witcher. Restoring traditional roadside structures in wood, just not my specialty.
Fighting evil.
Alright, my lover.
And vandals are worse than beasts.
Fine. I see any damaged shrines, I'll take care of them. Won't go out of my way, though.
Nothing's out of the way in these parts.
It's a frame generation on now.
Gods will guide you. You look awful.
FPS looks obviously a lot better. That was the weirdest side mission, just picking that thing up. They've got to try and figure out what this mission is. Investigate all remaining leads in Velen and find the Baron's wife. Where was she? She was here, wasn't she? How do I know what the places are called? Oh, I see, but there is so many missions. It's telling me it's here. Oh, that's just... Oh, I see. It's the actual... This whole place is called that. But it could be anywhere then. I don't even think I've been. What's this place? I've never been here.
Go, go.
So 80 to 90. 79, 78, 77. Overall going to be a lot better though than what we had. Game feels fine as well. Not noticing any issues. No like noticeable latency really. In fact, our latency here, what was it? Top left. Latency is actually... That's not too bad there. I think it's just loading in 50, 55. PC latency. It's not too bad. Hey Gordius, hello. I'm alright, how are you?
Hey there.
Yeah, it's cool having a little look at the 5080, yeah. Not too bad, not insanely impressive performance compared to what we've sort of seen previously. Definitely cool to have a little look at it though. I've actually gone the complete wrong way.
Come on.
Whoa, what's going on my screen? I feel like the horse mechanics on this game need a little bit of work. Ow, that is so bright. Ow. VRAM usage, yeah. Obviously, switching frame generation on does increase your VRAM by about a gig and a half. So, yeah, definitely getting close to that 16. In a more recent game, more up-to-date game, you almost definitely 16 is going to start to become a problem. Especially, I think, in games this year, if you're trying to max them out at 4K with ray tracing, then you're absolutely going to have problems. Google suffragettes, what's going on?
Move it!
Yeah, that woman threw herself in front of a horse. Pretty nuts. I remember learning about that at school.
Even the gods tried to take his fortune.
Wasn't it the king's horse as well? I think I remember. Is it the king's horse she threw herself in front of? That takes some serious balls, that.
Run, Roach.
Whoa, what's this place here as well? Got a little, like, water fort. What quests have we got? Find the boat. Visit Triss. We could do that. We could definitely do that. She's all the way over here, though. Where's the fast travel? There it is. Where's the point? What? Can I not fast travel here? What? Is there no fast travel there?
Move it! Faster.
RTX 1790? What's that? Bit of a way off for that one. Come back in 4 years. Be playing that at 16K. I just came off the horse. I thought I was here. And I'm still 700.
Move it!
Locking the FPS to 50. Including ray tracing. Yeah, but I mean, you're gonna. I'd probably lock it at 60 to be honest. You're gonna get dips down either way, even if you look at 50. I think we had like 45 in some bits, didn't we? With even that. So like, if you wanted it fully capped with no fluctuation, you'd probably have to cap it at like 45. But then I feel like you lose out a little bit on sort of FPS, like in this area. When you get to say the city, you can easily have 60 to 70. You sort of miss out on that.
Down to the execution. Better burn a beast.
Our Novigrad! Shine!
Whoa! God, that... Oh my goodness, what's happening? Oh my god, what's happening? That guy's just absolutely glitching.
No evil can survive the holy fire. The holy fire in life
Oh my god.
burns and cleanses.
That is not looking good, bruv.
Behold the flame of grace and mercy.
Remember all the patch build on DLSS 4? There is already. I'm using DLSS 4 now.
For mercy in all the voices known to you.
Or do you mean multi-frame generation? Multi-frame generation isn't supported in this, but DLSS 4 upscaling is. I've got it on currently. Never seen that glitch before. Yeah, I had it. We had it the other day on horses. Oh my god, it's doing it on that guy there as well. Had it the other day. Oh my god, that's brutal. That. Had it the other day on when I was forcing DLAA. It was doing it on the horses. But I switched that off and it seems okay. But that's the first time I've seen it again since. Multi-frame generation. Yeah, okay, yeah. Yeah, it'd be cool to see that when it's supported in this game.
Hey, sod off. We're looting here.
Yeah, it's only DLSS 3 frame generation at the moment.
Want you gone by the time I count to 3. 1.
Hear that?
2.
Ooh, look, he thinks he can scare us off.
3.
You pay for this?
Oh. Can I just set fire to them? I can. There's no rules about you can't bring fire to a fist fight.
Son of a
Is that allowed? Oh my god, he's still on fire.
Where's the sorceress who lived here?
It is at 4K, yeah.
Rat trap with the rest of them.
Someone's got to know more.
I'd look for her in the Putrid Grove.
Putrid Grove. Where is it?
I wouldn't know. Rumor has it, it's a place for freaks and oddities. You'd fit in well there.
Maybe.
Nvidia claims DLSS doesn't work on GTX 10, but yet I can't disable it.
Outside of town.
What do you mean?
If you know where exactly though, ask
What, it's on by default and you can't turn it off? I'm not sure what you mean.
Follow him. Beggars and thieves gotta pay tribute to the king of beggars. Word is, they do it in the grove.
Mean to say the local beggars have a king, crown, scepter, and all that?
Wouldn't scoff, mate. King of beggars, it's a moniker. Yeah, for a man who everyone in Novigrad respects deeply. And watch yourself. Menger himself don't even go to the grove.
Someone call for me. Wonder why.
It's Menger.
Yeah, VRAM has crept up, hasn't it? Over 15 now.
thieving vermin to the confession chamber.
What, but sir, what's the offence? This is some sorcerer's bitchy shop.
You can see the DLSS ghost. Is it actually in the settings though? I'm not sure what you mean. You're not thinking of like dynamic resolution scaling, are you?
The temple guard takes possession of their belongings, and the rule of law still holds in Novigrad.
Oh yeah, because I'm not quite sure what you mean. You're saying Nvidia put it on by default, but you can't see it in the game settings? Is it in your game settings?
You know a bat can sniff out a moth a mile away.
Small animals. Can't say I'm really interested.
I know your trade. Spotted those yellow eyes amidst the rabble in the square right away. Did you notice how much common folk love flames? The eternal fire will consume them all one day, one way or another. And as bats sense moths, so I sense freaks. And start by warning them, Novigrad's no place for your kind.
I haven't done anything wrong.
But you will. Sooner or later, your sort always causes trouble. And this city's mine to protect. Mine. And the eternal fires. Nothing I can do to you now. But just know that I know you're here. One misstep, one error, you'll make a mistake, it's inevitable. I'll be the first to learn of it. And when I do, it'll be standard procedure. Like for every magic oddity who dares taint this city's air. Be seeing you.
Oh, I can't save it. Right, I'm gonna have to leave it there because I need to head off and grab some food and stuff. But it's been good playing this. I'll try and play for a bit more, especially when you get like a 5070 Ti. Hopefully, play through this a bit more. Maybe even on the 9070 XT if we get that. But yeah, I'll I don't know if I'll be on tomorrow. Possibly, I'm gonna try and watch the bit of the I might watch the first half of the Tottenham Man United game and then go live. Maybe I'll see. But if not, I'll be back on Monday. So have a good rest of your weekend, and I'll catch you later.